Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mr. English Explorer. I'm your host, Heng, and today we have a really interesting topic, one that every language learner has probably asked themselves: why do you learn English?
Hi, Heng. Hi, everyone. I love this topic already. I think everyone who studies English has a story behind it. Some funny, some emotional, some inspiring.
Exactly. For me, English wasn't love at first sight. I actually hated it in school. The grammar rules, the long vocabulary lists, it felt impossible. But everything changed when I started playing online games.
Let me guess. You had to talk to other players in English, right?
Yes! I had no choice. Everyone was speaking English. At first, I only knew how to say things like, "Help me!" or "Wait for me!" But slowly, I started to understand more. That's when I realized English is not just a subject, it's a tool for connection.
That's such a great point. I had a similar experience, but mine started with music. I used to listen to English songs, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, and I always wanted to understand the lyrics. So I started searching for the meanings, learning new words, and even singing along. That's how I improved my pronunciation, too.
So you learned English through singing. That's awesome. I think that's one of the best ways because it's fun and emotional.
Exactly. When learning feels fun, you remember things more easily. I used to write the lyrics down, and then I'd sing while cleaning my room. My mom thought I was crazy, but I was practicing English.
That's dedication. You know, it's funny. People often think learning English means sitting at a desk with a textbook. But in reality, you can learn everywhere, through movies, YouTube, TikTok, or even games.
Yes, I remember watching Friends, that TV show, over and over again. At first, I used subtitles, but later, I turned them off. It felt so good when I could understand jokes in English.
Oh yes, Friends. That show has taught more English than many teachers.
Totally. And I think English helps us connect with more cultures. When you understand a language, you understand the people behind it, how they think, how they live, how they express emotions.
Absolutely. It's like getting a window into another world. And let's be honest, English also opens opportunities. Jobs, travel, education, everything becomes easier when you can communicate globally.
That's true. When I applied for my first job, my English skills really helped. I could write emails, talk to clients, and even lead small meetings. It gave me confidence.
Confidence. That's a big one. Many learners feel shy or scared to speak English because they're afraid of making mistakes. But the truth is, everyone makes mistakes. Even native speakers do.
Yes. I remember the first time I talked to a foreigner in English, my heart was beating so fast. I said, "I am very exciting," instead of excited. He smiled and said, "Me too." He understood what I meant anyway. That's when I realized it's okay to make mistakes. The goal is communication, not perfection.
Exactly. Mistakes mean progress. Every time you make one, you learn something new. And the best way to get better is to just use English, even if it's not perfect.
You're right. And I think the biggest secret to learning English is consistency. You don't have to study for hours every day, just 10 or 15 minutes a day. Maybe reading, listening, or writing makes a big difference over time.
Yes, small steps every day add up. And also, having fun with it. I tell my students to make English part of their lifestyle. For example, change your phone language to English, follow English YouTubers, or write your diary in English.
That's great advice. I even talk to myself in English sometimes, like when I'm cooking or walking. It feels strange at first, but it helps me think in English naturally.
I do that too, especially when I practice presentations or record podcast intros. Talking to yourself is actually one of the best ways to train your fluency.
It really is. And English also gives people a sense of freedom. You can travel and not feel lost. You can make friends from all over the world. You can learn about things instantly because so much information online is in English.
That's the power of language. It connects people and ideas. So when someone asks, "Why do you learn English?" there isn't one simple answer. For some, it's career. For others, it's connection, culture, or curiosity.
Yes, and for many, it's hope. Learning English gives people hope for a better future, more opportunities, and more confidence in themselves.
Wow, that's beautiful, Sarah. I couldn't agree more. And to everyone listening, remember, your reason is yours alone. Don't compare your progress to others. Just keep moving forward.
Exactly. Learning English is like a journey, sometimes slow, sometimes hard, but always worth it.
And it's never too late to start. Whether you're 10 or 50, you can still learn, one word at a time.
Yes, and have fun while doing it, because if you enjoy the process, you'll never stop learning.
Well said. And I think that's a perfect note to end on. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sharing your story and your positive energy.
Thank you, Heng. I had such a great time.
And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this episode of Mr. English Explore. We'd love to hear from you. Why do you learn English? Is it for your job, travel, love, or maybe just because you enjoy it? Send us your answers, and we might feature them in the next episode.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this podcast with your friends who are also learning English. Let's keep growing together.
That's right. Until next time, keep learning, keep smiling, and keep shining. See you soon.